Hey, this is Carrie with Canary Quilts, and today I am working on block 9 of the Fat Quarter Shop exclusive Designer Mystery Block of the Month. If you're not familiar with this, I think they've been doing this for a lot of years, and they do have another one coming up for 2025 that starts in May. So if you see what you like here, I'll have a link down to 2025 if you want to check it out and see if it's something for you. I bought the finishing kit, and I've been putting the rows together, as you can see here as I'm going along. This is the 3rd row. We have one more row to go. This is the current block that I just did. It is called Safe Haven, and the designer this month is Sherri McConnel from A Quilting Life. And as I always do, I put the designer's information down below if you want to check out everything she's done and all her patterns. So what I'm going to do today is just go through, I show you the package, I show you my cuts, and how I put my pieces together to get the finished product. So what we're doing today is right in here. And then the finishing kit is the house on the outside and the flowers. And there's another flower over here that you can't see. So when I get done today, I'm going to put this onto the other 2 rows I have, so I'll have all 3 rows. It's getting to be a big quilt, so I can't hang it all up here, but I just wanted to show you my progress for at least block 3, or row 3, not block 3, row 3, by adding on my block number 9. So I call these my comfort blocks. I love getting these each month. They're not too hard, not too easy. The colors are very comforting. I would say this block isn't hard, but it did take a little bit more time than the rest of them. And I just look forward to these blocks each month. They're fun to put together, and then to start putting the quilt together like this is really fun to see what it's going to look like. Anyway, hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you want to see how this quilt turns out. Check out the links down below if you want to join the 2025 Designer Mystery Block of the Month. And let's get started. All right, I've got block 9. Designed by Sherri McConnel, called Safe Haven here. I've got my fabrics cut out. These are my leftover fabrics if you're new here. This is, it's a pretty generous block of the month. You have, I think, enough fabrics to do 2 blocks if you want to, or if you make a mistake. Okay, so these are the pieces that I've cut out for this block. Pretty self-explanatory. These are going to go together for the center. And then some of these are going to go together for these flying geese. And then we've got our outer border here of this block. So I've got my fabrics actually put together and how they're going to go together. So these 2 will make the square and a square in the middle. These 2 fabrics put together will make the flying geese here. And then these 4 fabrics are the corners. These are for the flying geese that you see here. There's 2 per side. So we're going to have 8 of those flying geese. And then these make the half square triangles on the corners. So it's pretty much just putting together these basic shapes that we know how to put together and then laying the block out. So I'm going to get set up to basically put my pieces together all at one time. The only thing I have to do to get ready to put all of this together is draw a diagonal on the back of these squares and these squares. These are our half square triangles, so down the middle, and for our square and a square. So I'm going to start putting with my half square triangles. I'm going to send those 2 through first with 1 seam, and then I'm going to start working over to these. I've sent my first seam of my half square triangles through. Now I'm going to grab this and start with 1 corner and send that through my machine. This one I'm actually sewing on the line. And so I've started my square and a square, and I'm going to start with the the first of our flying geese and start putting one side on all of those. And I'm going to sew on the line. I've got all my pieces here through the machine. I'm going to now work on these flying geese, sending those through. And then I'll be able to start trimming everything and putting the other half on of all these flying geese. Here we are. Here's all my chain pieces. And so now I can cut them or take them apart from each other, trim, iron them out, and then I'm ready to start chain piecing the rest of the other half on. So those are all my flying geese. This is my square and a square. Got one of those on. And then these are my half square triangles, which I can send these back through the machine. I can put this side on, and then it's probably hard to see, but I can put the other seam in my half square triangle here, which I will do before I trim everything. I got everything trimmed up and ironed. Here's my half square triangles. Those are done. I need to add 2 more corners to this, and then the other halves of our flying geese right here, which I'm going to chain piece all of that through and then trim it up and iron it. Here's my pieces completed. So these are going to be on the outside. We have to build the interior section. So we need our square and a square. Our flying geese are going to be pointed towards the square. And then these are our corners. So I'm going to get this put together, and then we'll start putting together the outside of the block. To get ready for the outer part of this block right here, I need to make 4 sets of these flying geese like this. Just put together like that. And then 2 of those sets will get my half square triangle sewn on the end of those. So I'm going to get these prepared. There we go, block 9. Safe Haven by Sherri McConnell at A Quilting Life. Block number 9, comfort block that I look forward to doing each month. This block is not hard, but it probably was one of the more involved blocks we've had, other than maybe the puzzly blocks, the dog and the can. But yeah, just took a little bit more time to put together. A lot of fun. Pieces are easy, familiar. Flying geese, square and a square, half square triangle. So anyway, let me know how it's going for you. And hit the subscribe button, notification bell to see this type of content and all the other fun stuff we got going on here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.